Fantasy football today for CBS Local Sports. I'm Jamey, that's Dave, that's Heath. We're giving you starts and sits for week number 1. Let's start at the quarterback position. Dave, who do you like?
Well, you know you drafted this guy in every single league, and it's time to put him in your lineup. Andy Dalton. No one drafted Andy Dalton. He's out there on the waiver wire, but I like him better than Patrick Mahomes, Jimmy Garoppolo, a bunch of other low-end quarterbacks that are out there, Eli Manning for sure. Andy Dalton's got a chance to put up huge numbers against Indianapolis. It's a beautiful matchup for him. His receivers are healthy. Had a good game against them last year. Look for him to get over 250 yards and 2 touchdowns this year. Top 10 fantasy quarterback.
You mentioned Patrick Mahomes, and I am sitting Patrick Mahomes for Andy Dalton, for Tyrod Taylor, for Sam Bradford, and a variety of other quarterbacks. This is just a really bad way to start the season, going to Los Angeles to face the Chargers. Even if they don't have Joey Bosa, this is a very difficult matchup for Mahomes. I expect multiple interceptions and not multiple touchdowns. Sit Patrick Mahomes.
I'm on board with both the quarterback decisions. Let's go to the running backs. And Heath, I'm thrilled about the guy you're starting.
Start of the week. How could we pick anyone else? Jamal Williams. This is a game I expect prime time at Lambeau. The Packers will control this game early and often. Yes, Aaron Rodgers throws 3 touchdown passes at least. Hopefully one of those goes to Williams. He scores 1 on the ground, well over 100 total yards.
And if you're going to trust the Patriots running back, don't. Maybe James White in a PPR league, but not Rex Burkhead. You know that it's a 3-headed monster in Foxborough. Jeremy Hill working the goal line. James White catching passes out of the backfield. What's left for Rex Burkhead? Might get 10, 12 carries, might get you 40 yards. I don't want that in my lineup. I am sitting Rex Burkhead.
Dave, there's a wide receiver you're starting. I think that a lot of people may not have expected come week 1, but here we go.
It gives me the chills to start Kenny Stills. I think you're going to see him do well against the Titans secondary. They've got a nice group of corners, but I think he can beat them. Half of his touchdowns in South Florida have come from Ryan Tannehill, and Tannehill, for what it's worth, has not looked terrible this preseason. He's the #1 receiver in Miami, not Devontae Parker. Jarvis Landry's not there anymore. Look for Kenny Stills as a #2 fantasy receiver this week.
If you're a big underdog and you start 3 wide receivers, you might consider Josh Gordon, but the one thing you should not do is start him with confidence this week. He's going to be on a pitch count. He's not going to play a full complement of snaps. He has upside with the big play, but he has low downside as well. I'm not starting Josh Gordon.
Heath, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to take the upside of Josh Gordon. I'm also going to take the tight end you're starting here.
Jordan Reed. I kind of avoided him in drafts this year because how many games do we own to play? I don't care now. He's going to play week 1. He's healthy. Not a great matchup, but I do expect he will be the most targeted player in this Washington offense for as long as he stays healthy. A top 5 tight end and my favorite play in DFS.
That might be a half, maybe 3/4 for Jordan Reed if he's lucky. My sit tight end is Evan Engram. I would start Jordan Reed ahead of Evan Engram. I did like him to begin the season, then he suffered the concussion. This is his first game back since, and it's against Jacksonville, one of the toughest defenses in the league. I think he could get you 4 or 5 catches max. Might only mean 50 or 60 yards. I don't think he scores. It's going to be tough sledding for Evan Engram.
A lot of great suggestions for you to start, some guys you want to avoid. This has been your starts and sits for week number 1 for Fantasy Football Today on CBS Local Sports.